Hello traders, in this recording, it's Samurai Trader by the way, we're going to be looking at some live trading action from today's 1000 volume chart. I only fired off, I think it was 2 or 3, maybe 4 trades early this morning. It's Saturday morning trading time for us. We had a friends over for a barbecue, so I was up at 4:30 a.m. my time, got a few trades in, but I didn't do too much trading today. But still some interesting things I'd like to show you and point out. Understanding the risk, of course. If you're new to my channel, please feel free to study the disclaimer. In other words, don't trade with the rent money and get the right education. Now we will be going to full screen in one moment, so down the bottom right hand corner, click on that and you'll be able to see my charts fully. And of course, what I'm about to show you is in the Day Traders Fast Track program. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you subscribe to be kept up to date with these, and it'll make it a whole lot easier with the new website that'll be out in a few weeks time. If you're not already a member, for $197, that is it. There's no upsells except for the live trading room when we get that underway. You get my 12 best setups, full email support, and just a whole lot more. And the reason it's so inexpensive is my attitude is this: if I can teach you how to properly day trade, you're going to want to join my live trading room when we launch it very soon. So in a matter of hopefully it's only a matter of weeks away now, we'll have the live room up. If you're making money with my strategies, you're going to be able to afford to invest $8 to $10 a day to be in a live room. And that's why I want to educate you correctly, make it very inexpensive. You keep your money for your trading account, and let's get you in the live room. But let's go to the live charts. So what we're looking at here, traders, is the ES 1000 share bar, or 1000 volume. They call it share bar on TradeStation. Now this is today's action is down under here in Australia. It's the 27th of February or 26th in the US, and I mentioned this on a previous video. Why not go out on a limb? That's where the fruit is. Now it's okay to what I call probe the market, and sometimes you'll buy or sell a few contracts just to see what happens. It starts moving and you decide to go in full swing, and in a way that's what I've done up here. And quite frankly, this let me just get my little pointer up and running here, just here. So this little trade, I scratched at 2 ticks, so I shorted 10 contracts here, and I can't remember why I exited. It's what time was that? That was about I think it was, that might have been close to 6 a.m. I can't remember why, but I jumped in and something made me choose to exit that. But then I had a T25 and I re-entered. But a couple of things about this setup. Remember, I talk about this all the time. Trading is about looking for patterns. That's what makes trading really over time quite easy, because patterns repeat themselves in the market day in, day out. The same patterns appear. The market has a memory. And when you see these double tops, what I call a T7, in the direction of my overall trend, and I had a little bit of divergence, they're fantastic. But for the life of me, I can't remember why I got out of that. But anyway, the lasting effects of last night's red maybe. But anyway, so we had a T20 there not long after that as well. So I got out there with only a couple of ticks, but then I re-entered here on a T25. I got out 5 at 4 ticks and 5 at 6 ticks, and I was actually quite lucky because it went down there, it sat there for a few seconds, took me out, but some people didn't get taken out. And just remember, when you're doing your back testing traders, it really pays you to look for your tick to go through where your target was, because one thing that can be really frustrating with trading, and you'll see it particularly when we launch the live room, sometimes you'll go down and you'll touch your target 5 or 6 times, and because there's a lot of orders here, you don't get filled. It can be frustrating at times, but fortunately I did get filled. Then we had another nice T20. So once again, this T20 up against the 89s, you want to watch, but away from the 89s. Look at this lovely winner. And here, what have we been talking about here? We had an 89 bounce. Your entry was under the 8, and what are we targeting? The lower pivot. So that would have been a very sweet 89 Bs for my trend traders. Then another important thing here is we are in between pivots. Now I should point out this is Friday afternoon, So we're talking about Friday afternoon's action, and I know many people will say you shouldn't trade Friday afternoons. Well, you want to have a lot more caution, put it that way. I think a lot of people, I know there's some trading rooms, so we don't trade Friday afternoons. I think it's because they want to knock off early, quite frankly, because there are some good opportunities on Fridays. So up here we had a if I put my channels on, you'll see there that we had a nice T89. I ended up jumping in on this here. This is really a T10, a cross between a T10 and a T9. I shorted down here and ran away very nicely. And I'll tell you what happened here. I ran downstairs to grab a coffee, and you know what my rules are with the 4 and 6. That is, once I have half of my contracts filled at 4 ticks, I'll go to break even, and even in a strong moving market I'll go at break even plus 1 tick. Well, what you can see here, it filled me on the 4 on the 4 ticks, it then went up and I didn't get back, and then come down and took me out. Well, it was already on the way down, so I wasn't in the room. So just be very aware, traders. Maybe you just hang on and wait before you grab your coffee if you've got a trade on at the time. I then shorted, and if I remember correctly, I shorted only 9. I only got filled on 9. Something happened there, and away we went. And that was really the last bit of trading I entered, and that's what I wanted to bring up, a really important point, and I think I've done that on 2 or 3 videos this week. What can you see happening here? Right, you can see here we're in a real trading range now. You can see the 200 is horizontal, your 89 is horizontal, your 34, the gold is thank you, Brian, the gold is pretty much horizontal. And so this is a real danger zone. You want to be very careful when you're trading. Now, remembering then though, it was Friday afternoon as well, so you're more likely to get, as you can see here, extended periods of these. So if you choose, or if you want to trade these areas, wait until you get a breakout in an area. As usual, the T1s, the T25s, and the T20s absolutely kick butt. And let's actually go back. I just remembered I've marked some of these up to quickly show you. What are we into? 7 minutes. So I've just want to show you a couple of minutes of things here. Traders, this gets back to something I mentioned earlier, which we had on that chart. When you get your double tops with divergence in the direction of your overall trend, man oh man, bet the farm on them. Not really, within your money management, but these are very solid trades. Even though my 34s come up slightly, look at my 89, my 200. So the 200 effectively is taking a higher time frame, and so it gives me an idea of what the higher time frames are doing. And we've got a lovely double top. But look at these trend trades. Winner, that was a T25 winner. If you'd have taken, you got a T1, T2 there. A nice little double bottom, no real divergence there though. And now slight divergence, and I don't want to get into divergence because I just want to talk trend trading with you traders. So 34B, you've got, of course, here you've got T25s firing off left, right and center. But look at all these. T1, another T1, that there ticked down only 1 tick. Now, as most of you are aware, on the ES 1000 I always want to be 2 ticks below. So even though you might have entered it into that one, if you're after 4 ticks on your first lot of contracts, you didn't get filled until up here, but you're still in it because that only ticked down 1 tick below. So I like to have my stop 2 ticks below my closest swing high or swing low. Okay, beautiful 89 bounce. Where is our target on the 89? You want to go for your previous swing high or low, which is here. So very nice, thank you. Then we had a T9. Now this is the danger. You want to really watch these because you come down. We've had 5 or 6 winning trades in a trend. We're now starting to change direction, but what happens? We have a couple of 200 bounces, and there's your first one. You still would have been in that one, so you wouldn't have taken that T9. But if you did, you would have been stopped on that one, but then you had a nice re-entry right there. Then we had of course a T20 there, a nice winner. You then got a 34B, you've got a 225, a T1. Okay, they're all over the place. There's just that many trades there. So it was, even though I only fired off 3 or 4 trades myself, they're all winners. Traders, put the time in to really analyzing and reading the market. I mean, one thing, I can give you the world's best trading setups, which is what I do. What I can't give you though is I can't give you screen time. Invest the time. If you're serious about becoming a master day trader or even swing trader, invest and just block away, turn off the TV and go and invest 2 to 4 hours a day in your career. You do that and you're going to have the opportunity of a lifetime. This is the only business in the world where realistically for $5,000, that's to open up a futures account, or $1,000 say with Forex, you can be running your own business, and a couple of $100 for your education. There's nothing else like it. Even if you spend 3 to 6 months just in sim, and you don't have to use any real money early in your career until you've mastered the trading on the simulator. Master your career on the simulator before you go live. One huge advantage, of course, with trading Forex is you can start by trading minis and micro accounts. Now, even though it's not going to make you much money, but what it's doing, it's developing your skill set. And remember, skills are developed. Master traders are not born, they're developed. So traders, I hope you picked up a few ideas, and if you haven't already subscribed, or if you're not already a member, please come and join us. Thank you, traders.